Somebody asks a stupid question, we'll be out of here fast, won't we?
Go ahead, guys.
Can we talk to Mason about his journey this year and his working through some issues? He can praise the few in terms of sticking with him. What gives you so much confidence in him knowing that he could work through this?
Well, I mean, you kind of go off what you've seen. And, Mason was an integral part of our team a year ago. And certainly his, the gravity he provided shooting the basketball was a big reason. And he improved defensively as the year went on and has done some really good things on that end of the floor, even when he wasn't making shots. So, and when a guy goes through an injury and, hasn't had that kind of significant injury at any point in his career, that's hard mentally to come back from, and just got to stick with guys the best you can.
Last year, the free ball for Ryan was kind of an accessory feature. He's made 4 in his last 6. Like, what's the value in being able to take 1 or 2 or 3 of those games, or just make a defense pay for not starting?
Yeah, it opens things up and, creates space. So now, Ashworth comes off that screen, and that, if that big has to be a little bit higher, it allows him to get into the paint, allows Jemiah to get into the paint, and now we're spraying it from there. So it just opens up the lane and, pulls that shot blocker away from the basket. So, he's worked on that part of his game. It was one of the things he really set out to do when he made the decision to come back. And obviously the proof's in the pudding. He's shot the ball really well.
What's the key to getting one of those 3 good quality games on the road? How do you get one of those out of Marquette or Uconn at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of opportunities for quality. I mean, I think any win in the Big East on the road is a quality win. But obviously those 3 are at the top of the league, and you can't beat yourselves on the road. They're going to provide enough adversity with the way they play and how difficult of a place it is to play. So you can't stub your toe and beat yourself. And I thought we made too many mistakes against Marquette. Whether it be some defensive breakdowns or turnovers, or especially at Marquette, some of the shots we missed at the rim that really could have flipped that game.
They still rotate the 2 bigs like always. They do different things this year. What do you see?
Yeah, I mean, it's different. Klingon was one of the elite rim protectors in the country. Now, having said all that, they're 3rd in the country in blocked shots. So, Sampson, Johnson's does a great job protecting the rim, and Reed does as well. But their wings will fly in there and block some shots as well. So, you have to be smart when you go in there, when you're going to go to the rim, and when you're going to set your feet and look to spray it.
How different have they been with him without McDermott?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be a first-round draft pick. So, I mean, you take a guy like that out of your lineup, it's going to have an impact. And outside of his scoring, he's such a good decision maker for a young player, and Danny puts it in his hands a lot and lets him make decisions, whether it's coming off pin downs or zooms, and he's made really good decisions with the basketball. So obviously they're not the same team without him, but they're still really good without him, and I fully anticipate that he'll play.
You know both sides of it, what it's like to play there and take the game crowd out of the game versus when they get involved. How important of an element is that to your success?
I enjoyed the COVID game there the best. That was my favorite trip to Stores. But like I said, when you make mistakes, generally those mistakes end in a run out or a dunk or an easy basket, and that fuels the crowd. So you have to play as mistake proof as you possibly can. Now that's easier said than done against their pressure because they're relentless, especially at home on the defensive end of the floor with their pressure. So, we just have to, take our time, be strong with the basketball, get it to where it needs to be, and hope we get a good look at the basket. And when you get a good look, you got to let it rip.
You use Providence's pressure against them eventually, whether it's game or not. Is that kind of the secret to the sauce against doing against them?
Yeah, UConn's pressure is different. They're going to be more aggressive on ball screens where, Providence had the big sitting back of the basket like we do. They're going to deny some passes as well, I think, like Providence did. But the best way to attack that's in transition before that defense gets set. And when we were able to do that against Providence, I think a lot of good things happened, whether we scored or got good looks at the basket. It seemed like that was a pretty key to the game.
One more.
Oh, it's killing you, isn't it? It's killing you.
If they made a movie about the Big East and George Clooney played Jay Wright, who plays Creighton?
Why does George Clooney play Jay Wright? What's up with that? What huh? Identical. I think you've got a problem.
Who would play Greg McDermott? Shrek.
it.